Hey there, Soul Shines! It's Michelle here, and today it's Creative Expressions, and we're going to talk about my finished objects, my works in progress and plans, life updates, things like that. So it's kind of a podcast style video where we talk yarny goodness and creativity. So let's get started with finished objects. First up, as soon as I get done recording this, I have another video to record, so I'm going to link that up here. It is the mystery crochet nope, wrong thing. It is the mystery yarn challenge, and it's for August of 2023, and I'm putting the link up there. I'm just so excited. It turned out cute. I will say I do not love the yarn, but I'm sure I will talk about that in the video. So yeah, that's my first finished object. Actually, that's my last finished object. I literally finished it today. So other things, let me show you. This one I'm really excited about, and then I've got to see if I have decent Christmas wrapping paper because I'm wrapping it up, baby. All right, I finished the pineapple hat. Are you ready for this? It's got little leaves. It is super cute, super fun, lightweight because it's a one-weight cotton. I don't know if she wants the pineapple stuff on top of her head. She's got a bigger head than me, so it might fit better, and she won't care if it kind of does that in the back. She won't care. She will be so excited for it. I am so pleased. I think that the texture is lovely. It's just such a lightweight, airy feeling because of the fact that I knit it with a larger needle and one weight stuff. So I just love it. I know she will love it. We're fans of Psych, so I'm really excited about that. Gotta wrap that up for Christmas. And once again, I'm going to throw this way over there. That way, if for some reason she decides to show up, she won't see it. And another finished object. I finished my tithing hat. So that's how it turned out. It's a hat day. So it's got little stripes and stuff. It's pretty fun. I'm pretty positive that this teal colored yarn is Caron Simply Soft, and then this is it's from Hobby Lobby, and it's a similar thing. It's actually a little thinner than this. The texture is a little bit different, but that's okay. It's still super cute, and so this makes 2 brown hats, a blue hat, and this hat. And like I said, I gotta get on the ball and figure out where I can donate these to. So I'm gonna be doing that, and then I think I know what my next yarn I'm going to use is, but I'm not sure. We'll see. So yeah, that's finished object. So, works in progress. Can I tell you? I haven't been as productive as I would like to be. You know, I finished the pineapple hat, which I'm very happy about. The tithing hat I finished on Sunday, which means I think that took me, 3 weeks to make, which isn't bad. But it's because I only work on it on Sundays. The mystery crochet along from Expression Fiber Arts. I could show you that, but I have one more round to do. So I will show you next week when I've actually finished the whole thing. I will be happy to have that done because then I will feel like I can do a lot more casting on and things. I haven't worked on Ewan's sweater because I needed the needles, but now that the pineapple hat is done, I will be able to get that back going. I have these with me here. So I haven't done a lot. It took me a lot to get these going again, but I do have these back on working needles, and so I got to work really hard to get those up to match those so that I can keep going and finish those. I don't know that I'm going to get them done before the end of August, but I really hope so. But yeah, I'll talk about some of this, why I'm not doing as much in a minute. I am not getting as far. For some reason, when I had to frog, did I tell you about the frogging? I'm going to tell you about the frogging in case I didn't, and it's okay if you haven't heard it. So if you'll notice, I have a stitch marker hanging on here, and then I have a stitch marker here. This stitch marker, I don't know how it happened, but somehow it got caught down in here somewhere, and it took me probably about this much to realize that it was pulling funny. I was like, why is that pulling funny? And I realized it was actually caught around the loop thingy. So I had to frog back and get these going again. And I have been working on them. I mean, considering I had to do that, I have been definitely time to work on these once again. I've been working on them. I've noticed this is the same for the alpaca and for this. For some reason, when I make a mistake, it takes me some real oomph to get going again. I don't know if I get discouraged or if I'm afraid I'm going to make mistakes again. I don't know what the deal is. But both of those pairs of socks, I'm like, I've got to work on those. Which is sad because I was enjoying working on them before. Before it was like, yay, I get to work on those. I have been doing the grandkids snakes. They're coming quite along, and I'm looking forward in a couple weeks to be able to show you updated snakes. Millie is up to date for, like I do her on Sundays. So she's doing great and keeping up, and I love that. I think the only thing I have on my box here is Mystery Yarn Challenge stuff. So, is this recording? Yeah, okay. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Still new program. Okay, so I've talked about those, talked about that. I did talk last week about change of plans for Cheyenne's fingerless gloves. I have not get up a swatch yet. I think that I will work on that after I get Ewan's sweater back on needles. I have not been working on the octopus. There's no progress on since last time. There's no progress on the silk shawl, and I still have not done anything one way or another with the Bago Day shawl. I think I need to find a new pattern for that yarn or get rid of it. Actually, I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe that's too scratchy for her. I don't know. It's a beautiful pattern. The yarn is pretty to look at. I don't like the texture of the yarn, and I don't like, it's not doing the kind of drape I would want for a shawl. So that's why it just kind of sits there, and I'm not sure. I realized that I'm not even sure, so I haven't done anything with this, and I wanted to check, and this gives me a chance to check. I was like, wait, in my brain I was like, do I have a full circle's worth? So I needed to check. This is a half circle, and I have another one of these, so I do have enough to make it. So that checks that off my list of things to do next. Check to see if I had all of that. I wonder if I have enough to make a second one, because it might be a good idea to make it a double layered circle skirt. I will look at fabric for that in a minute. So I'm going to look really quick at my ideas and plans. If I can switch this. Ideas. Oh, I have so many things that I have kind of started either a long time ago that I just need to decide if I'm going to do anything with them or whatever. But I think most of that is going to wait until after Christmas because we're kind of on to doing stuff for Christmas, except for one of the things that I need to do. And I'm actually going to put this quickly over into in progress. I need to create a swatch for a garter that I'm making for a friend's wedding. She's getting married in less than 2 months, so I need to get that made just so it's out of my hair. And so yeah, I will be starting a tithing hat next Sunday, which will be before you watch this. One of the things that my daughter wants, and my daughter may have to wait, she wants a pie hat. And the reason she has to wait is because the thing I made for the Mystery Yarn Challenge, I'm giving to her. And I'll explain why in the Mystery Yarn Challenge reveal. The pineapple hat is for her. And, she has a whole bunch of things. She would totally wear a hat that's a pie. She wants a hat that looks like a cherry or apple pie. And, so we'll look at that. But I have to think about making Christmas for the grandkids and my son and daughter-in-law who are moving to Tacoma, and making presents for the 5 kids living at home. Well, 4 because Cheyenne's has one. So that's gonna be my thing is I don't know. I'm thinking I might put the cardigan for my grandkid on hold because, well, if I don't make it now, I won't be able to make it in that size. Oh, see? Decisions. I just really wish I had the money to buy the yarn I need to buy. But seriously, that's gonna be $100, and to get all the yarn that I need to get, it's like $40 for the kids, or for Andrew and Lindsay and the grandkids. For their family, it's like $40, and then there's some yarns I want to get to make Christmas presents for kids that live at home. But I might just have to find something at home. I have an idea of what to make for my youngest son. So that's cool. I have an idea for that. And I do not have an idea for my 16-year-old daughter. Sorry about the dog. I do not have an idea for my 16-year-old daughter. I do not have an idea for my 17-year-old son. My 18-year-old son, it depends on if I can get the yarn for. I may have to come up with something different for different people, because I may just have to stick with whatever's in my yarn stash. Yeah. Let's talk about life update, because let's talk about why I have not been doing as much knitting and crocheting as I wanted to do. Why even just doing my daily stuff that I'm doing an inch of this every day, why that's been so hard for me. And the reason is because of these. It's not usually when I get pain from crocheting or knitting, it's an elbow thing, and then I just have to remember to change how I'm knitting or crocheting. Actually, it's crochet that does it more than knitting because of how I do both of them. And so I've been trying to be a little more careful while I'm crocheting. I have more knit projects going than crocheting usually, so it's not usually too bad. But I have some interesting symptoms with whatever's going on with my body. And for the last week, my hands have felt painful and like they are swollen, but they don't look swollen. So, but it makes it so that I can't, like, for quite a while in the mornings, I can't do much. And then it's just kind of lingering, but I can usually work with it to a degree. Sometimes my hands get really itchy, like at night especially. And so that's really weird. When that happens, usually my feet are itchy too. It's like this weird itchy burny thing that I don't even know how to explain. It's so bizarre. I really need to find a way to kind of force myself to make a doctor's appointment, but right now without a car, that's like even extra, because now it's like, how do I do that when I don't know if I would have a ride there? I did clean the grease off of the hood thing over the stove. That was really gross and bugging me. I got that done and then couldn't really do anything more. I'm realizing that like, I've looked at the Fly Lady like a lot of people have. I felt like when I had toddlers, I felt like all I ever did was clean. And right now, I have teenagers that won't do their part. And if you say anything to the Fly Lady, she'll tell you to stop whining. Well, when you can only be on your feet for 15 minutes at a time, maybe twice a day, and you have to wash up everything, all the dishes after them because they don't use it, you can't even get all of the dishes done when they're not doing their part, let alone be able to do all the other things that need to happen in the house. And I don't quite know how to encourage my kids to do their part, but I have noticed that if I do something that does take like doing the thing in the kitchen and doing that, basically it made it so that the next day I couldn't do anything. And it's not, I mean, I guess to a degree it's kind of a procrastination thing, because it's like, I don't want to do this because I know I'm going to hurt. So I don't know. I am working on all of the hurts from all of the years around service. That was a pretty powerful discovery for myself, and it is taking time and stuff to get that done. Do you know there's not a lot of information out there on how to actually get things done when you have chronic illness, autoimmune illnesses? It's kind of discouraging. And because I don't have the capacity for many reasons to get to the doctor, I don't actually have disability, which is one of the reasons why, besides getting health stuff, I've got to get into the doctor so I can also see what I can do to get forms filled out to get disability and do that with my daughter. It just, when you have great anxiety, all of those things are a thing. And sometimes I think the reason why I get so much done on my yarn projects is because it is a way for me to kind of escape, unless my hands are being dumb. Have been decluttering. I actually decided to go through, in my room I had 3, I had 3 of the tote things for fabric. And I decided to go through those, and I now only have 1. So I just decided, you know what? I don't love sewing, so I'm just going to let things go if I know that the chances are of me making anything with them are slim to none. So that was kind of nice to go through and get rid of that stuff. I'm trying to find a way to do some of the zone kind of things, which is why I spent some time doing the greasy stuff in the kitchen. But like I said, I barely have the physical spoons to keep up with the housework that I assigned myself, let alone trying to keep up with all the stuff that my kids are doing. And if anybody has any true advice on how to get teenagers to do their chores, I'd appreciate it. Oh, there's a life update. School started this week. My 2 boys do online school, and my daughter does an online school, a different online school. So, my daughter, she's 16, she's actually on track to get a diploma, and she does 4 of her classes online and 3 of her classes over at the high school. And we live within walking distance to the high school, so that's really nice. Literally, even in the winter, it's walking distance. The only reason I would ever drive over there is if it's late at night or I had to go over there and couldn't walk over there. So yeah. So she's taking choir and theater, musical theater, and her language arts class, her English class over at the high school this year. She is a junior, and then she's taking her other classes online. One of her classes is actually reading for fun. It gives her graduation credit, and they are studying Lord of the Rings. How fun is that? Her math class is a personal finance class, and after this year, she's not required for any more math. She's very excited about that. Now, my 17-year-old son, he is not on track for a diploma, and he has mostly done homeschool his whole life. The online schooling that he's doing is kind of an online, kind of a homeschool, kind of online, kind of public. It's a really weird thing. It's a program that will reimburse and for financial things, but also gives us access to classes directly. Oh, I forgot about that way. I forgot that you can have them order stuff and send it to you. I'll have to look into that, because I'm like, I don't know how to get you guys stuff this year, guys. I don't have the money to buy it, but I forgot you can make an Amazon list, like a wish list of things that you want, supplies and stuff, and then they can purchase it. Yay. I should see if I can get ink, and then maybe the printer will work again. And then my and he's actually a junior because he's we held him behind in kindergarten because it was just super hard for him, and he's got an education plan now because he's got some learning disabilities, and so he's super smart, just has processing issues. Makes it hard for reading and math, and he just got home. Alrighty, I figured out where the pause button is on this program. Talked to my son for a little bit. Got a package that I'd ordered from Walmart. Food package. So I was talking about him. He's got a learning disability. He's taking a computer systems class, which basically I think is going to be about building and maintaining computers. We'll find out as the semester goes on. And then he's doing the rest of his online. And this program reimburses. Because he's got a learning plan, he also probably will have somebody. Last year, in the last 2 years, he had to work with somebody from a school district online, doing like a Zoom chat, doing things, learning learning supplement things to like you would do in a resource class or whatever. And then my youngest, he's never actually ever been to public school, and this year he's doing all of his on this same reimbursement kind of school. So next week the online classes should be open that we've asked to be a part of. And then so this week they've been watching like science videos about space. They've been telling me cool things about stars. They've been playing math games this week, but next week we start like actual math studies, things like that. So it's been pretty fun, and we'll see how this year goes. I'm hoping that I can be more organized this year. And I can't believe that my kiddos are all teenagers. My youngest child is 14. That's a little bizarre. And my oldest child is moving out of state, which is also bizarre. Anyway, that's the things. That's the lowdown. That's the stuff. I really one day will get on here and have like amazing news for you. I know it. I know I will. Maybe next week. Remember to let your light shine through your creations, whatever they may be, whatever medium you use, even if you're just creating an amazing life. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.